Guys, so I picked up this glittery nail polish at Walmart today, and my nails look like shit. They are just tore down from the floor down. I don't really have nails. I don't really wear nails. I just have short, stubby nails. And I want to at least kind of like shape them up or make them look nice. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shape up my nails and file my nails, and I need to cut my cuticles, you know, that kind of thing. So if you want to hang out while I do that, come on in, motherfuckers. Come on in. Hey, girl, hey. My Facebook it's on my, you can get to it from my, my link thingy. So, but it's Nikki Pludre, but it's linked in my bio. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Come on in. Let's hang out. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to file my nails. I'm going to cut my cuticles, and we are going to just chill out. If you have any questions about recovery from addiction, or you want to ask me questions about my story, you're more than welcome to ask me anything you want to ask. I don't have a cuticle pusher, so I'm using these tweezers, and they're working just fine, honey. I should have bought like a nail set, you know? So, a bunch of great topics have been brought up today on my account. Does watching old videos of myself make me triggered? Well, I don't have any old videos of myself high. I do have some old pictures from when I was in active addiction, and it doesn't make me triggered. It makes me sad, and it makes me want to cry, honestly. Anytime I see myself from my active addiction, the first place I can tell is my eyes, because my eyes look I have really dark eyes, honestly, obviously. And when I'm high on drugs, they look soulless. I'll show you. You want to see? Let me get a picture. Let me get my pictures, and I will show you guys what I mean. I'll have to show you on my old Instagram. And one of you commented and asked what my gloss was. My gloss is the NARS Lip Oil in High Security. Then I top it off with this new Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm. Okay, that's it. Alright, so let me show you my pictures of myself when I'm in active addiction. And be warned, I was fine as hell, so you're probably going to fall in love. Ah! No, just like, oh, I'm such a nerd. Okay, Nikki. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'll give you another picture. So, I was very thin in my active addiction, obviously, because I was on drugs. But if you look at my eyes, dude, like, my eyes are just so soulless, you know? Like, I have no soul back then, I felt like. Like, look at this picture. Look at my eyes, okay? Like, there's nothing behind the eyes. Do you understand what I'm saying? And now, I'm just full of life, baby. Full of life, you know? And so, when I see myself like that in active addiction, it makes me sad. Because I wasted many years of my life high on drugs, you know? I wasted so many years of my life that I could have been spending, you know, with my family and my friends and my loved ones. And instead, I was out getting high on fucking methamphetamine, oxys, and fucking benzos, crack cocaine. And I wasted a lot of time, you guys. I wasted a lot of time, and it makes me sad that I wasted all that time, you know? And so that's why I come on here and I share with you guys the mistakes that I made. You know, a lot of people, I think they wonder, why does she talk about her past so much? Isn't she embarrassed? You know, I lost the shame a long time ago. I'm not ashamed of the things that I did. And I'm not embarrassed of the things that I did. Am I proud that I did those things? Of course not. But I use my platform to try and help other people not make the same mistakes that I did. Okay? Hey, Em, tell your boyfriend I'm proud of him for getting sober. Okay? That's okay. Your capitals are okay. Well, you know, I used to beat myself up about being overweight. But you know what, honey? I'm going to show y'all what I look like. I'm fine as wine. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Okay, yeah, I'm a little chunky. I'm a little chunky, honey. But I don't look bad. You know? So, I don't beat myself up about it anymore. I'm going to try the Ozempic shot. I'm going to talk to my doctor about it. Because the main place I hold my weight is in my midsection. So, I can get rid of it, you know. I got the cutest bathing suits too for summer. Yeah, we don't gotta live like that no more. Exactly. And so, you know, I use my story to try and help other men and women not make the same mistakes that I did and not stay stuck like I did for so long, you know. Oh, really? How old was your mom when she went to... How old were you when your mom went to jail? See, that's why I'm so glad that I've gotten sober before Nate got older. Because if I didn't get sober now, my son would struggle for a long time. I'm so glad. I'm a bad bitch. That's right. Okay. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You're welcome, baby. Did y'all see the poem that I posted from Addiction Poetry? Poetry Addiction Recovery. She sent me one of her poems, and it was really good, so I read it just now on one of my videos if y'all want to check it out. What keeps me sober now? So I will tell you that. That's a great question. So when I first got sober, I was working a 12-step program, which I have been, that's what I was taught for all my life. So I still have quite a bit of the 12-step program that I work in my everyday life, which is I wake up every morning, I pray, I thank God for helping me stay sober the night before, I ask for guidance for that day, I make my gratitude list every single morning. I make a gratitude list, whether it's written down or whether it's verbal in my head. I do this still to this day. Okay, these are just practices. All right, I make my gratitude list because I believe that a grateful addict doesn't get high. Okay, when you are grateful and you see how far you've come and everything you've learned and how much, you know, you have been able to gain in life, you don't want to get high no more. And so I practice these things in my life every single day. I'm grateful for my platform here, okay? In a million years did I ever think that people would actually want to hear what I had to say, you know? I started my YouTube channel because I needed support because I was an addict and I needed to find other people who were like me on MAT, you know? And so when I started doing my channel, I found so much community and support. You guys helped me stay sober too. My YouTube channel was where it all started in 2018. And ever since then, I've just been leaning on my community. I talk about what I'm going through. One of the main things that helps me stay sober 100% is I talk about the way I feel and I do not hide it. When I'm having a bad day, bitch, y'all gonna know because I'm gonna be telling you about it. I don't push anything down. I don't hide anything, okay? When I'm struggling, I talk about it, you guys. And that's one of the things I feel like has saved my life, okay? I've also made amends to all the people that I ever harmed or did wrong to in my active addictions, the ones that I could, that are still alive and that I've been able to be in contact with. So that like lifted a weight off my shoulder, you know? Let me think what else. Do cravings go away at some time, at point? I mean, they get less and less, you know what I mean? But I have triggers, okay? I have triggers. And sometimes I'll think I've got all my triggers identified and all my triggers out of the way, and then something will pop out of the blue and trigger me, you know? But when you say cravings, you mean like wanting to use? The longer I stay sober, the less I want to use, for me. But that doesn't mean I don't think about it sometimes. I mean, I think about it sometimes, but you know what I do? I start snitching on my addiction. Triggers can be anything. It can be, you can have emotional triggers. You can have a physical trigger, like seeing something like a pill bottle, a spoon. An emotional trigger could be something like your depression, your anxiety, being sad, being scared. You could have triggers like smelling burnt rubber or smelling vinegar. I know triggers a lot of heroin addicts because they say that when they would do heroin, it would smell like vinegar. Let me think what else. Those are triggers, okay? Cravings, which we don't have cravings. We call them cravings, but they're really triggers, okay? So a craving, you can't have a craving unless you've taken that thing into your body recently, okay? So you know when a pregnant woman says, I'm craving pickles and ice cream. No, you're not. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it, okay? Now, after you eat that pickles and ice cream, then you can crave it. Then you can say, oh, I want some more. I'm craving some more pickles and ice cream. Do you see what I'm saying? And so really what's happening is we are having triggers, thoughts, emotions, feelings, smells, sounds, anything really that makes you think about your drug of choice. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's called a reservation. Arseni, that's called a reservation. When you are telling yourself, oh, I can do it this time, it'll be different. That's because you still believe that you can do drugs and alcohol without negative consequences. Okay? So I'm going to be honest with you. You're not going to stop using drugs until you can realize that you're going to not be able to do it without being successful. You are going to test it into the gates and insanity and possibly death. Okay? And that's what I did. I did the same thing. I tested it, and I tested it, and I tested it until I lost custody of my son. And that's when I was like, holy shit balls, I'm going to lose my child. I don't want to lose my child. I don't want my son to have to be in foster care for the rest of his life. Hell no, I do not drink. And on my vacation two summers ago, I had a margarita. It tasted good and all, but it just wasn't worth it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, nah, this isn't a good idea, because what would end up happening is I would continue to drink and get really drunk, and then I would end up fucking some shit up. I just know it. I just know it. So I decided that wouldn't be a good idea. But I tested it, honey. I tried it out, because after you stay sober for a while, you start questioning things like, can I do this? Can I do that? You know what I mean? Some people can. Some people do it and have no issues. I just scared that I will. You know what I'm saying? So I just say, I'd rather not test it. Like, my husband got a bottle of wine for Christmas from one of the people on his route, and it's like sitting on top of our refrigerator. We don't drink it. We'll probably give it to his mom or something, because it's just not our thing, you know? And here's the thing, you guys. You have to create a life that you don't want to escape, okay? Create a life that you like waking up to every morning. And so my old life, I used to wake up miserable and want to escape it. I didn't want to be a part of my own damn life, okay? But when my son got taken away from me, all right, I had to start learning to like make a life worth living, because it wasn't just about me anymore. It was about my young son. And if I continued to use drugs, I was going to ruin my son's life, okay? And so, do you know that I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I ruined my child's life, okay? So, that was enough for me. But, you know, that's not enough for all people. Not all people get sober when they have kids, you know. But having my son was enough for me. It was enough for me to want to change my life. Okay? And that's what I had to do. The moment Nathaniel got taken away from me, I put myself into rehab right away. Right away. Okay? And then I worked my fucking ass off from there on out. And it just has to be enough for you. When is it going to be enough for you? Ask yourself that. When is it going to be enough for you? If you're still liking the way drugs make you feel, okay? Yeah, Aaron, what's up? If you're still liking the way drugs make you feel, and you're not, like, having a if you're still liking the way drugs make you feel, and you're not having a hard time, and you're getting positive experiences from drugs, it's going to be harder for you to quit. Do you understand? Anxiety? Okay, so this is something I've heard that helps people with anxiety, okay? Pick out one thing that you can see and focus on it. 2 things that you can hear, focus on those. 3 things that you can touch and focus on those. 4 things that you can smell and focus on those. And 5 things that you can, I don't know, goddamn, what's another sense? But you hear you get where I'm going with that? To occupy your brain, okay? And help your brain kind of not focus on the fact that you're having anxiety, and that you can focus on that instead. No, I would not take gabapentin. You know why? Because it's highly habit forming, and a lot of people in recovery a lot of times it gets over prescribed to people in addiction recovery because doctors don't want to give you anything else. So now we have like a whole group of people who are fucking addicted to damn gabapentin. It's true. I'm not lying to y'all. So it's like, damn it. I used to take gabapentin by the handfuls, y'all, when I was in sober living. And let me just tell y'all about that motherfucking shit right there. It made me feel like I was on a motherfucking cruise ship and it was rocking back and forth in the ocean. Made me feel drunk as a skunk. What does my husband want? Hold on, y'all. My husband wants something. I know it. Because he's calling me. So, let me see if I can call him. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. That's my hubby. Okay. So, yeah, that's why I just don't take gabapentin. Oh, Lord. Benzos? That's a hard one. Well, I'll tell you what happened to me. I was cut off benzos cold turkey, you guys. So, it was horrible. But, you know, with benzos, you're supposed to taper. You're supposed to taper low and slow over an extended period of time. Be very careful. Listen to your body, because things can happen like kindling and protracted withdrawal. And if that happens and you feel like shit. No, Suboxone's not horrible to come off of if you taper low and slow off of it. I came off of it in January of 2021. And I didn't have barely any physical withdrawal. What happened was I had really bad depression. That's what I struggled with. So if you go really slow and low off subs, you can do it. You just have to listen to your body and go low and slow. That's the problem that a lot of people have with Suboxone, is they don't go low and slow. They get too much in a rush and they jump off of it and they end up fucking up. And that happens all the time. all the time. And then they come online and they tell people how horrible it is when they jumped off fucking 12 milligrams. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, how can you tell people it's horrible when you're jumping off 12 milligrams at one time? Like, you need to taper, you know? And so I take 0.25 of a milligram of Suboxone, which is less than 1 milligram. And I feel great. And I'll probably stay on that for the rest of my life. I don't know, though. Maybe not. Just depends. Just depends on how I'm feeling. I was recently on my Lexapro and Wellbutrin, you guys, and I was able to get off of it. So I'm completely off of my mental health medications, and I feel great. But I tapered really, really slow. I tapered low and slow. I was really, really cautious about it. Like, I wouldn't have even done it if I didn't feel like I could do it. But I had been on these medications for so long and I was miserable. They weren't working for me anymore. So I kind of just like, what happened was I was tapering and then I let my medication run out, right? So all I had left was 4 pills at the house. And I had a refill at a pharmacy, but I kept like putting it off and not going and getting it. So what happened was I took those 4 pills and I stretched them out as far as I could for as many days as I could. And that's how I got off of Wellbutrin and Lexapro. Isn't that cool? I just listened to my body. But I would have, like I said, I would have never done that, you guys, if I was not in a good headspace and didn't have support. I don't vape. I don't smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes like a motherfucking chain smoker. I used to smoke menthol cigarettes, y'all, from the time I was 17 years old until 31 or 32. After I had my son and he got taken away from me, he went to foster care and then I got him back, okay? So I got custody of my son back in 2015. In 2016, I was outside on my in my garage smoking a cigarette, okay? And my little boy came outside and he said, "Hey, Mommy, look." And he had picked up a cigarette butt off the ground. He said, "Hey, Mommy, look, I'm smoking too." And I started crying, you guys. I was so upset. And that's when it hit me. I thought, if I don't stop smoking cigarettes, he's going to start smoking cigarettes. He's going to start smoking cigarettes, and he's going to do exactly what he sees me do. So that day, I got all the ashtrays, all the cigarette butts, everything that had anything to do with cigarettes, lighters, everything. And I got rid of all of it. And I told my husband, I said, "Do not buy me any more cigarettes." My husband doesn't smoke. He hated that I smoked. "Do not buy me any cigarettes. Even if I beg you to buy me cigarettes, do not buy me any cigarettes." So he's like, "Okay." Honey, when I tell you guys, probably a month later, I went to the doctor and I was like, "Doc, I'm dying. I want to smoke a cigarette," and I didn't smoke. And he prescribed me Wellbutrin. And when I got on the Wellbutrin, I didn't even think about cigarettes ever again. So that helped me. But I did it on my own for a whole month. I just quit cold turkey. But it was because of my son. My son has been the reason why I've done everything to better my life. Because I don't want my son watches everything I do. He's like my twin, you know? And if I didn't stop smoking cigarettes, he would have been started smoking at 5 years old or some shit, you know? So I was really afraid for that to happen. And so that's why I got off cigarettes. That's why everything I've done has always been for my son. Because he's my everything. He's the reason why I'm sober today and alive, you know? Somebody asked if I go to NA meetings. No. I used to go to AA meetings all the time. The first 4 years I was sober. But then I found another program, which I like better, called MARA, M-A-R-A. And I go there, and they have meetings in almost all 50 states now. And it's just a more progressive, more accepting kind of group. They accept people that are still using drugs. They accept people that are, doing harm reduction. They accept people that are on maintenance. They accept people that are medical marijuanas. And so it just fitted with more of what I believed in, that's what I needed, was to be, I needed to have more open-mindedness, and I really liked it, so that's where I went. But I mean, you can go anywhere that makes you happy, wherever you feel like you fit in best, you know? So, recovery is like different for everybody, so just find what works for you, you know? They might. Yeah, look it up. It's called MARA. It's called MARAinternational.org. MARAinternational.org. Thanks for the hearts, y'all. Thank you for the little heart guy. But you guys listen to me, okay? I went to meetings fucking almost every day for the first 3.5, 4 years of my sobriety, okay? Like, I was in the fucking meeting or online in a meeting at all times, okay? So, when you hear me talk about, oh, I don't do that anymore, please understand that, like, in my early sobriety, I was fucking chained to the damn meeting somewhere because I needed support and I needed to be around people that were like me, okay? And so, I think it's important to have support from other people in recovery. And so, if you're not doing that and you're new in recovery, try it. And you guys are so blessed now, okay? Those of you guys that are just coming into recovery now are so blessed because there are so many different, MARA, M-A-R-A, that's it. There are honey, you get all the good stuff, okay? Do I get chips? No, I don't care about that, honestly. Honestly, I got sober July 13th of 2015. My goal was to get custody of my son back and then never have to worry about losing him again. And baby, I have done it all. I have achieved all that. I don't need a damn chip from nobody to tell me I'm doing the damn thing because I know. You know what I mean? I have a question. I take Suboxone. I've been having trouble going to the bathroom. Oh, I got you covered, Michael. So, Suboxone constipation totally happens to the best of us, okay? What you need to do is you need to get yourself on a normal regimen. You need to drink plenty of water every single day. Water. Lots of water, okay? Then you need to start either supplementing fiber pills or you need to get enough fiber throughout the day, okay? So what my husband does, because he's the one who has a really bad problem, my husband takes fiber vitamin pills every single morning when he wakes up, okay? Every single night when he goes to bed, he gets a glass of water. He mixes a thing of Miralax, the powder Miralax in it, and drinks it before he goes to bed. Okay? We also keep prunes, and he will have 1 or 2 prunes at night before he goes to bed. And I'm telling you guys, this really does make a difference. These things really do help. Okay? And that's how he stays regular, is through fiber, probiotics, water, and prunes, and Miralax. Now, if you're like, Nicole, I'm 911. I need to shit like today. I haven't shit in 2 weeks. Go to Kroger, go to Walmart, and grab yourself some magnesium citrate. This is the shit they give you when you're going to get a colon cleansing, okay? When you're going to get your colonoscopies done. Go and get yourself some of that shit and prepare for war, because you're going to be sitting on the toilet shooting out off that motherfucker in a couple hours. You don't want to get used to taking a stimulant laxative, okay? And that's why I don't tell y'all to take a stimulant laxative, because your booty hole will get used to taking stimulant laxatives, okay? And then you won't be able to poop on your own. So don't do that, okay? Okay. But yeah, that's what helps me and my husband. I'm so full of shit, I poop every day, honey. I ain't got no problems. I could fucking eat 10,000 opioids and I would still shit. I ain't got no issues with air, baby. Hey, Caitlin. I take a pre and pro. Yeah, those are great. I don't know if you guys saw my video. Yes, I know, David. You ain't got to tell me, honey. You know what I think is great, though? In the California prisons, like if you're a heroin addict and you come off, or an opioid addict or whatever, they will get you prescribed the MAT, which I think is good, okay? Because, I mean, let's think about it. The guys that come in there, if they don't have some kind of recovery foundation or something, they're going to be using drugs while they're in the prison. You know? So getting them on MAT and hopefully getting them into some kind of recovery program would be awesome. No, you know what I've been doing? I have my YouTube. I had made a new YouTube channel, and then I've been doing live stream. I do live streams. Hey, let me see your hair. Y'all want to see Nate? Oh, I love it! Let's show. Don't do that. Let's show everybody. Look at Nate's hair. Look at Nate's haircut. Look how cute you look. I love it.
Is this time an actual guy cut his hair?
Okay.
And the guy I was like, dude, we don't want the back real short. We want it trimmed up. We want the bangs still there.
Dad, what was that thing where when it was like that, I saw like a line.
Yeah, because, he parted your hair.
Yeah.
So, like, what's called a part. Yours parts that way, but you could do this too if you ever wanted to. You could part it the other way.
Let me see it. You ready to get it hair? You're ready for me to dye it?
Yeah, let's go.
I got my glitter nails.
Yeah, you want to go outside?
Okay, guys, I got to get off here because I got to highlight Nate's hair. I promised him I would. Tell everybody, say bye, everybody.
Gangnam style.
I'm gonna highlight his hair. And what I do is I lift up the bang, and then I go underneath this hair right here, and I bleach it, and then we put a fun color on it. So it's not like on top of the hair, so it just peeks through, and you can see that he's got like blue hair or green hair or whatever, and it's just the coolest thing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get his hair. He wants this color. Let me show you all the color we're going to do. And then I got to put blonde in my husband's hair because he wants to do blonde highlights. This is what color Nate's going to do underneath his little bangs. So, hey, it's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool. So, I do live streams on my Facebook and on my TikTok, and I do them all over the place, you guys. Now, I used to do the cool-ass clubhouse meetings with another group of girls. Maybe I can get some girls together here from TikTok that will do the clubhouse meetings with me to help me out, because I can't do them on my own, y'all. Like, I need help. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too much. I have so many other things I have to do online with my platforms and stuff. It gets to be overwhelming. So I'll try to get together and do something to where y'all can all come and we can do like a meeting, you know, like a recovery meeting where y'all can share too. And that's why I think people like the clubhouse ones, because you guys could share. So let me get my brain working and see if I can get like Sarah, the recovery bully, and then the other Sarah, that better Sarah, and then I would want them too, because they're like harm reduction, smart about harm reduction. And then I want like a regular like sobriety person, and then somebody like me, like a MAT person, an abstinent person, and a harm reduction person. I like to have like a bunch of different people that are versed in different kinds of recovery, so that way we have somebody to help everybody. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it's for guys and girls. It's a mixed sex. So just let me get some people to help me with it, and then I'll make a post for it here on TikTok and let y'all know what time and where it will be. So just be on the lookout for that. And once I announce it, the link to it will be in my bio, of course. So just let me get it together, and then we'll make a date for it, okay? So we'll do it like once a month or something, because I can't do it every week, y'all. I used to do it every week, and it was overwhelming, honey. Because that's what happens is I overexert myself, and I be doing way too much. But if you're like wanting recovery content and needing help and needing support, listen to me. I got tons of fucking shit here on TikTok and on my YouTube channel. It's all linked up above in my beacons. It's all free. Check it out. Holler at me later, all right? I'm going to go dye Nate's hair. I'll post a video with his new hair. Love y'all. Okay, buddy, let's do this. My fingernails.